I know you don't want to reveal this, but what have you got on your mind? What would you consider another car for this collection?
Well, you don't have anything on my mind. The fun thing is stuff kind of finds you at this level. I mean, one of my favorite ones is there's a Hudson Hornet around the corner. One day I got a call from this elderly woman, 94, and she says, oh, I got this car, will you come look at it? It's a 51 Hudson Hornet. I said, yeah, I got a Hudson Hornet already. Oh, but this is a four-door. My husband and her bought it new in 51.
No kidding.
Drove it from New Jersey with the kids. Okay. So I bring it back here. We spent about 2 years, fix it all up, you know. I wonder if she's 94, I wonder if she's still alive. So I call her up. Hello. Oh, hey, it's Jay Leno. Oh, Jay. I said, we finished the car. It's all paid. You want to go for? Oh my God! I go. Oh my God! I get my hair done. I want to do this.
Oh my word!
And she says, can I call the kids? Can the kids come? Well, the kids are 72 and 74, the two boys. So I said, all right, look, I'll see you whatever day we pick. I'll come out there. So I go out there, and the two kids have got her blindfolded in the driveway, right? The 72-year-old and the 74-year-old. So she's doing this and feeling the car, and then she takes out, and then the tears start. Oh my God, we came across country in this car, and they're telling all the stories. So you want to go for a ride? Oh my God, they all pile. So we put the two kids in the back, you know. So her and I are driving and talking. Meanwhile, the 72 and the 74-year-old, they're doing this to each other, you know, poking.
Oh my God, nothing changes.
You know, so she turns around and she's just slapping the crap out of him. I told you to. And she's whacking him, you know. And the three of them are having the time of their life laughing about this. They just think this is the funniest thing. We're driving in the car and they're telling stories about Route 66 and the Indian teepees and stopping to eat.
Oh, yeah,
and then the kids told me when they were teenagers in the 60s, they were so ashamed that their dad had a 1951 car that they always had their dad drop them off like 2 blocks from the school. And then they'd walk in so nobody would see because they weren't wealthy. His dad had a gas station, but this is their only car, the only car they had. You know, so it's such a great story.
Right.
And that's the thing with a lot of these things. You buy the story. I got a call from a guy one day, Jay Leno, this guy called me. My name's, what's his name? Last name was Pumpkin, 93 years old. I can't drive anymore. I want you to buy my car. I says, what do you got? He goes, it's a 1967 Chrysler Imperial, a 2-door coupe with dual air conditioners, front and back, real gruff-talking guy. So I said, well, where do you live? Sunset Boulevard. I said, well, who lives on Sunset Boulevard? Sunset Boulevard where? Right near the Beverly Hills Hotel. I go, okay, well, now I'm William Holden, you know? So I go, okay. And that's like 2 miles from my house, you know? Okay. So I go to the guy, and it turns out he's a white guy, but he produced African-American films for African-American audiences, but real movies, not step-and-fetching movies. So I pull up to the house, and as I pull in, he's in the driveway with an ascot and a smoking jacket, and he's got a guy about 70 with gray hair. He goes, this is my mechanic, Jay. He serviced the car at my house once a month since 1967. He wants to retire. Okay. Well, come on in the house. Let me show you. So we go in the house, and the house looks like it hasn't changed since maybe 52. Everything's very nice, just old, you know.
Just time capsule.
And then he shows me a picture of this beautiful woman, you know. And I go, oh, that's my wife. So she's still alive. She's here. You want to meet her? And I said, well, sure, okay. So we knock on the door. Honey, Jay Leno is here. Oh, I can't come out right anymore. I don't feel very good right now. I said, oh, that's fine. And then the old guy says to me, she doesn't look like that anymore.
Will.
You know, the picture was taken like in the 40s. And he's saying she doesn't like people to see her when and I guess she was some sort of starlet. I said, well, that's right. Now, okay, so now this is just like a movie.
Yeah.
You know, so, all right. So
really
let me show you the car. So we go out in the garage. He opens the garage, and it's basically a brand new 67 Chrysler. It's next door. Brand new 67 Chrysler Imperial. He goes, but if you gotta buy the car, you got to take all this crap. And he opens the door next to it, and he bought every spare part he thought he'd need if he ever had an accident. Extra electric window motors, extra bumpers. I mean, every part you'd need if you had an accident. So I said, well, yeah, all right. So I'll say, now I have to buy the car.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one owner,
yeah,
you know, and it's got this history, this crazy story. And he's telling me, you know, he would go to premieres in the car, and Frank Sinatra sat in the car, and all these kind. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it was just. You know, so I said, all right. So that's what made the car interesting.
Now you are sewn in.
Yeah,
to the fabric of that car.
Yeah, I'm sucked into the history of it. Yeah, that's to me that's what makes it fun. You know.
Still fun for you to walk in here.
Oh yeah, this is. I can't believe it. I enjoy this place. It's a lot of fun. This
are
is my
all
Malibu
Jay
Beach
Leno's
house.
cars here, or are they at other places? I heard you might have a few cars distributed in some museums.
No, I don't put
No?
anything in museums. All my
Okay.
stuff gets driven. I like to. I'm not a museum guy. Because in museums, things, radio knobs disappear and things. Why people need a gas cap, I don't know. But
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever been criticized for the way that you've restored
Oh,
something?
you get criticized for everything. Oh, yeah, it's hilarious.
Someone thinks the wrong fan belt is on and so
well, you
forth.
get that. Like we had this thing. I was with Bob Riggle. We had the Hemi under glass, and we rolled over.
We saw. Jay.
Yeah, and I keep reading all these things, how it was faked, and Leno did that deliberately, and if you notice, you can see the wire pulling the car.
Oh, my.
It was just a rollover, but it's like crazy people. It's amazing how many crazy people are out there. Everything's a conspiracy. Everything's
Exactly.
it's
It all gets
secret,
everybody's
you know.
Oliver Stone.
And the ones always start with, look, I know Ford paid you $1 million to do this, so I know. They always start with like a phony premise of, Yeah.
Still fun?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, yeah. When I had the Tonight Show, I had to fake it. I'm not a real sports guy or a music guy, and so I'd always say, like, my next guest has sold more records than Elvis and the Beatles combined. Please welcome. Who is this?
Billy Smith. Yeah.
I never heard of this guy. So they have to fake it. Oh, hey. But with cars, it's what I like to do. It's my hobby. It's what I do when I'm not. I know, what's his name, Greenspan, the economist, when he goes home, he likes to read actuary tables before he goes to bed.
There you go.
He just enjoys that, and I go, okay, that's the guy you want doing your taxes.
Do you get to spend the kind of time here you want? Because you've got yourself flat out.
I've had real jobs, okay, they suck.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, they do.
Yeah, show business, please, No, I'm very grateful. I'm a huge believer in low self-esteem. If you don't think you're the smartest person in the room, you'll do okay.
Yep.
And it's fine. Yeah, I used to work at car dealerships because I wanted to be around them, but I never thought I would actually own any. So it's great. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
In American history, do you want to be remembered as America's car guy?
No, I don't. There's no American. I'll give you an example of that. I'm at the Hilton one day, and I see this guy's carrying this big cardboard thing of Elvis. And I said to them, "Oh, are you putting an Elvis display?" He goes, "No, we're taking it out." I said, "Why are you taking it out?" He goes, the only people that come to the show anymore are 70 and 80-year-olds. No, kids don't know Elvis anymore. And I go, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Okay, if kids don't know Elvis,
Yeah.
the idea that, Jay, do you want to be remembered?" No, please, please. Yeah, nobody remembers anybody. No. I mean, you enjoy it while you're here, and that's sort of my thing. I don't really think, how will I be remembered? Every time you walk through a grave, who's that guy? Walk through a gravestone. Oh, he was president of the United States. That's James Buchanan.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Never heard the name
and he was
before.
president? Oh, that's something. So nobody remembers anybody, no.
Jay, I want to thank you for giving us this time.
Well, thanks,
It was
guys.
hard to
Thank
come
you.
by.
Thanks for taking the time, gentlemen.
No,
Thank you. I'm
we
not
love-
sure what we accomplished, but hey.
We didn't change the rotation of the planet, but it was so good to spend some time.
Well,
with you.
thank you. We call this Drivers Wasting Time Show. That's what it is. It's just guys
that's
wasting
right.
time.
Three
That's
old
what it is.
guys talking about
that's
cars.
That's right. That's just like a Just for Men commercial. Look at
That's
this.
right.
Cool.